That riddles help you boost your thinking abilities and improve your attention span. Are you ready to solve some puzzles that flex your brain muscles? Number 1. We'll start with a warm-up. I'll give you 10 seconds to tell which glass has more water in it. They all look identically full to me. Could it be that easy? The correct answer is glass B. The scissors, paperclip, eraser, and watch are in there for a reason. Compared to the other objects, the paperclip takes up the least amount of space. If you take all the things out of the glasses, you'll see that glass B has more water.
Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to review for midterm assessment, and the other word for assessment is exam. The first thing that we are going to discuss is all about monomial, and this is found in page 22 of your textbook. So what is monomial? Monomial is a polynomial with one term. It is either a number, a variable, or the product of a number and one or more variables with whole number powers. It cannot contain any addition or subtraction signs. Supposing we have 3y to the 9th, y is your variable. It is any letter in the alphabet representing unknowns. And 3 is the coefficient. It is the number beside the variable. And 9 is the degree of monomial. It is the sum of the indices exponents of all its variables. Adding and subtracting monomials. To add or subtract two or more monomials, they have to be similar. Two monomials are similar when they have the same variables with the same indices. Supposing we have 1.5a to the second, b to the third, c to the fourth, and negative 2a to the second, b to the third, c to the fourth. Let us see if they are similar monomials. So they have the same a to the second, they have the same b to the third, they have the same c to the fourth. So therefore, they have similar variables and indices. So they are similar monomials. In mathematics, we mostly use the word like terms, which is the same as similar monomials. So here are some examples of it. 34a to the second, or a squared b, and negative 6a squared b. And we have 3mn and 1/2 mn. So whatever coefficient they have, as long as they have similar variables and indices, they are like terms or similar monomials. To add two or more monomials, we are going to add the coefficients and keep the variables. So to add coefficients, let us recall addition of integers. So we have two rules. First is same sign, add and keep the sign. So if we have two positive integers, 5 plus 6, we are going to add, which is equal to 11, and they are both positive. So the answer is positive 11. And if we have two negatives, negative 5 plus negative 6, we are going to add. So it is 11. Then we are going to keep the sign, which is negative. So the answer is negative 11. But if we have different signs, we are going to subtract and follow the sign of the greater absolute value. So if we have 5 plus negative 6, we are going to subtract 6 minus 5, which is equal to 1. It is not yet the final answer. We are going to compare the absolute value of 5, which is 5, and the absolute value of negative 6, which is positive 6. Since 6 is greater than 5, we are going to follow the sign of negative 6. So the answer is negative 1. Now let us have negative 5 plus 6. So we subtract 6 minus 5 is 1. Since the absolute value of positive 6 is greater than the absolute value of negative 5, so we have positive 1. We follow the sign of positive 6. Now let us have to add two or more monomials. So negative 34a to the second b plus negative 6a to the second b. We are going to add negative 34 plus negative 6. Then keep the variables a to the second b. Negative 34 plus negative 6 is negative 40. So we have the answer negative 40 a to the second b. Now let us have another one. 5xy to the ninth set plus negative 5y to the ninth set. In here we are going to add 5 plus negative 5 and then keep the variables. So we have 0. So any number or variable multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So the answer is 0. Now let us have other examples. So we are going to add this one. To add, we are going to add the numbers first and then keep the variable. Then add the positive ones first. So it is 22 plus negative 8. Then keep the variable. 22 minus 8 is 14. Follow the sign of 22, which has the greater absolute value. So the answer is 14y to the 8. Now let us have another one. 6ab plus 8ab plus negative 3xy. So in here we are going to add like terms. This is equal to 14ab. And then we have plus negative 3xy. So they are unlike terms. We cannot add them. So we are going to copy as it is. 14ab minus 3xy is the final answer. Now let us have to subtract two or more monomials. To subtract two or more monomials, we are going to subtract the coefficients as well as to keep the variables. So to subtract the coefficients, let us recall subtraction of integers. So in here we have one rule, add the opposite. So if we have 9 minus negative 3, copy 9, then change the operation to addition. So add plus. Then get the opposite of negative 3, which is positive 3. So the answer is positive 12. Now, if we have negative 9 minus negative 3, so in here we are going to copy negative 9, then plus, then get the opposite of negative 3, which is positive 3, then follow the rule in adding unlike signs. So subtract, but it's not yet the final answer. Compare the absolute value. So the absolute value of negative 9 is greater than the absolute value of negative 3. So we follow the sign of negative 9. So the answer is negative 6. Now let us have negative 9 minus 3. So in here we copy negative 9, then plus the opposite of positive 3, which is negative 3. And they have the same sign. So 9 plus 3 is 12, then it is negative 12. Now let us have to subtract two or more monomials. So then a to the second b minus negative 5a to the second b. In here we are going to subtract 10 minus negative 5, then keep the variables. So 10 minus negative 5 is 15. So the answer is 15a to the second b. Now let us have another one. So negative 7x to the second y minus negative 21x to the second y. So in here we are going to subtract negative 7 minus 21, then keep the variables. So we get negative 28. So the answer is negative 28x squared or x to the second y. So let us have the last example. We are going to have negative 7a minus 12a minus negative 6a plus 8a. In here, we are going to simplify the monomials inside the parentheses. So it is equal to negative 19a minus, we simplify this one, it is equal to 2a. Then remove the parentheses. So we have negative 19a minus 2a, which is equal to negative 19 minus 2, then keep the variable. Negative 19 minus 2 is negative 21. So we have negative 21a. Now let us have this short quiz. Combine the following: 8x to the third minus 10x to the third plus 20x to the third in 5 seconds. That's right, the answer is 18x to the third. Combine the following: 17AB plus 12AB minus 2CD. That's right, the answer is 19AB minus 2CD. Now please do your worksheet 11 in the Google Classroom. Under week 13, please type your name, student number, and class before you answer. That's it for now. Please click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Bye!